Johnny Depp, the name instantly brings to mind a mix of mystery, rebellion, and brilliance. Rising to fame in the 1990s alongside legends like Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, and Sandra Bullock, Depp became one of Hollywood's most beloved and eccentric actors. He's best known for his unforgettable portrayal of Captain Jack Sparrow, the rum-loving, mischievous pirate from Pirates of the Caribbean, a role that cemented his status as one of the most iconic movie stars of all time. But hey, race the twist, Johnny Depp never really wanted to be a movie star. Fame, glitz, and red carpets were never what drove him. Depp has always been more fascinated by the art of acting itself. While most actors chase the next big blockbuster, Depp chases the next strange, fascinating, or deeply emotional role that challenges him, something completely different from the Hollywood norm. For years, he was praised as one of the most talented and unique actors of his generation. Yet there's one side of Johnny Depp that even his biggest fans rarely talk about: his career behind the camera. That's right, Johnny Depp once stepped into the world of directing, and let's just say, it didn't exactly go as planned. Most people don't even know that Depp has directed anything beyond a few music videos or short projects featuring his own band. But his journey as a filmmaker actually began way back in the late 1980s, long before he became Captain Jack Sparrow or Edward Scissorhands. Depp had worked with several musicians, including Shane MacGowan of the Pogues and French singer Vanessa Paradis, who was also his longtime partner, directing and producing small creative pieces that combined his love for music and cinema. However, Depp's biggest and most ambitious directing project came in 1997 with the film The Brave, a dark, emotional story that tested him like never before. The movie was based on a novel by Gregory MacDonald and told the heartbreaking tale of a Native American man who, after being released from prison, agrees to star in a snuff film, meaning a film in which someone actually dies, in exchange for money that could save his family from extreme poverty. Johnny Depp not only directed The Brave, he also co-wrote, produced, and starred in it. And as if that wasn't already ambitious enough, the film also featured the legendary Marlon Brando, who was known for taking on bizarre and controversial roles during the 90s. Remember The Island of Dr. Moreau? Yeah, that era. But the story behind The Brave is just as dramatic as the film itself. Before Depp ever got involved, the project was originally being developed by director Aziz Ghazal. Unfortunately, something truly horrific happened. Ghazal tragically murdered his wife and daughter before taking his own life. The shocking event left Hollywood stunned, and Touchstone Pictures, who were backing the movie, immediately shut down production. Years later, the project resurfaced, and somehow, Johnny Depp, of all people, was persuaded to take over. He rewrote the script, took the director's chair, and poured his heart and soul into bringing the story to life. Depp later admitted that making the film took a huge emotional toll on him. "I felt driven to do this movie," he told the Los Angeles Times back in 1997. "This was one of the most difficult things I've ever done. It just about ripped me to shreds." And he wasn't exaggerating. Directing is a completely different kind of pressure compared to acting. As an actor, if something doesn't work, you can always blame the script, the director, or even the editing. But when you're the director, there's nowhere to hide. Every success and every failure is a direct reflection of you. When The Brave finally premiered at the Cannes Film Festival in 1997, Depp was hopeful. The film was deeply personal, heavy, and raw, something he clearly poured his soul into. But unfortunately, the reaction was brutal. Critics tore it apart. Many called it pretentious, overly slow, and too dark for its own good. Others said the story didn't make sense or that Depp was too inexperienced behind the camera. Depp, at first, brushed off the criticism, saying, "I couldn't care less. I didn't make this film to entertain people. I'm not an entertainer. I hope people really love it or really hate it." That defiant attitude sounded strong, but behind the scenes, the negativity hit him hard. It was his first major attempt at directing, and it failed in the most public way possible. Because of the overwhelmingly negative reviews, Depp made a shocking decision. The Brave was never released widely in the United States. It didn't play in American theaters, and it never got a proper home release. For decades, it's been nearly impossible to find or watch the film anywhere. It became one of those lost Hollywood mysteries, a movie that most fans have only heard about but never seen. For many, The Brave became a symbol of Depp's artistic ambition, a passion project that went too far, too soon. It was dark, deeply emotional, and made with sincerity, but it simply didn't connect with audiences. Some have even called it the cursed Johnny Depp movie, given its tragic backstory and the devastating aftermath it had on Depp's confidence as a director. And yet, there's something undeniably fascinating about The Brave. Even though it was a failure in the traditional sense, it shows a side of Johnny Depp that few people ever get to see, the artist behind the eccentric costumes and quirky characters. It's a glimpse into how much he's willing to risk for his art, even when the world doesn't understand it. After The Brave, Depp never directed another feature film. He returned to acting, and, of course, gave us some of the most iconic performances of his career in Sleepy Hollow, Finding Neverland, Sweeney Todd, and Pirates of the Caribbean. But part of him, the artist who once wanted to create something deeply meaningful, still lingers behind those eyes. In a way, The Brave was both a beginning and an ending. It marked the start of Depp's exploration as a filmmaker, and the end of his willingness to risk it all behind the camera. Today, The Brave remains a rare and haunting piece of cinema history, a hidden chapter in Johnny Depp's long and complex career. A movie made with heart, passion, and pain, but ultimately buried by the very industry that once celebrated him. It's a powerful reminder that even the biggest stars can stumble when they chase their artistic truth. And for Johnny Depp, The Brave will forever stand as a symbol of his courage to try, to fail, and to keep creating in his own strange and beautiful way.